Hey everybody. So here are a few tips for safety towards doing core workouts and protecting your lower back. The first thing that is helpful to know is that any core workout at all, it's really, really important that you have zero lordosis. And I put that in the description of my hardcore workout. But in case you don't know what lordosis means, it's the curve in the small of your back, and it's a naturally occurring curve. But what you need to do during a core workout is flatten it completely to the floor. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Hang on. This right here is the natural curve, and this is extension, and this is flexion. Pressing this just flat to the floor as you're doing the exercises. So you really want to essentially just tilt your pelvis a little bit forward. Not in a big exaggerated way, just a little bit. You just sort of tilt and press the small of your back into the floor as you're doing the exercise. And what that does is it prevents you from actually using your spine as leverage, and it makes sure that the power of the exercise is coming from your core muscles and not from your bones. And it's going to protect you, and it's going to protect you from getting muscle injuries, and it's going to protect your discs. So very, very important to keep your low back absolutely flat to the surface of your yoga mat or your workout pad or your carpet or whatever it is that you're using. The other thing that is really helpful for me, and I do this with really any exercises that don't involve my arms, that are a big ask on the low spine. Even now, even though my core has gotten very strong again, I don't mess around with my low back because it's at this point it's like $500,000 worth of hardware, and I can't go through that ever again. So I'm doing everything I can to protect it. But what you can do that's really simple and really easy that gives you a little bit of added stability during a low core, like a low back workout, a core workout, is you essentially just do this with your hands. You may have seen this before. You probably have. You've probably seen people do this, even if you didn't know why they were doing it. You do this with your hands, and you make basically a triangle, right? And you put it exactly over your sacrum. Your sacrum is the bone that sits over your lumbar spine in between your hip bones, and it's in the back. So I'll show you how you place your hands. It looks like this. You put it right here so that, just like that. And what you want is you want the tips of your fingers to be basically right at the tailbone, and your thumbs to be lined up almost like at hip level. And you want a nice stable surface. So I'll actually go do this on my back so that you can see the position that I'm in when I'm doing any of these exercises. And those two things with one more addition should protect you from injury, even if the exercise that you're doing is challenging. The third piece that is going to protect you is to engage your core muscles completely, and also to engage your pelvic floor muscles. This is something that men need to do as surely as women. Everybody's got pelvic floor muscles, and you need to engage them. So there are two sets of muscles that you need to engage before you start your core workout, and you need to keep them engaged the whole time. You can rest them in between sets, obviously, but then you want to re-engage before you start again. The first set is the core engagement that just really looks like this. It's about, some people say that the way you can think about it is to suck in your belly button and try to make your belly button touch your spine. You want to like suck it in. that actually doesn't work as well for me as thinking about lifting and locking. When I do it, what I do is a sort of lift and lock of the muscles. I'll show you what I mean. It's not very dramatic to see because it's internal, but I'll show you what I do. If I'm just like slouching around, that's one thing. But when I want to lift and lock, what I really want to do is lift this, like it's like this movement for me. So I lift and lock it, and then I tilt my pelvis forward just a little bit, and then the final piece is to engage the pelvic floor muscles. And the best way to think about that, if you've ever done Kegels, that's what it is. If you haven't done Kegels before, pretty much what you want to think about is imagine that you are peeing, and midstream you want to stop the pee, and you sort of lock those pelvic muscles that will stop a stream of pee. That's a Kegel, really. It's the vaginal muscles for women, but it's all the pelvic floor muscles, and it's you can trigger it with that feeling of like almost stopping a flow of pee. So pardon the TMI, but that's how you do a real pelvic floor lift. So I'll show you on the mat what I do. I get onto my back and make sure that I'm flat to the pad, so I get rid of all the lordosis. I lift and lock. I lock my pelvic floor muscles, and then if I want to, I put the sacrum lift underneath my pelvis, and then I'm prepared to do all kinds of crazy things with my legs, and I'm not going to have any trouble with my back arching. If you're doing any of these exercises and you feel either your hands aren't here because you're doing bridges maybe, but if you feel this starting to happen because you're getting tired, that means stop. That means that that exercise is not safe for you right now. And if you can't correct it and you can't get the absolutely flat back to the mat, it just means that your muscles are tired and you should stop. You should stop before you do yourself any harm, because if there is an arch there, you're asking your bones and ligaments and muscles to do things in a position where they can't really safely do them. So this for your low back and pelvic floor lift and abdominal engagement, just like lift and lock, and flat back to the mat. If you do those three things and get really, really habitual, like before I do anything, I do those three things, it should absolutely protect your back. And the only limit at that point will be just building muscle strength and adding to the number of repetitions that you do. So I hope that made sense and is helpful. And if it didn't, let me know and I'll try to explain better.